Hey everybody, I just fed my Gourami tank here, and I was actually waiting to see if my striped Raphael catfish would come back out. I put some shrimp pellets down at this end of the tank and hoping he would smell them and that would draw him out. While I was standing here waiting, I was just enjoying watching my Gouramis, and I'm really enjoying these Pearl Gouramis. This is the first pair I've ever had that have actually survived. I tried putting Pearl Gouramis in this tank before, but my Opaline Gourami was alive at the time and she was having none of that, and so I was never able to keep the Pearl Gouramis alive. But now that I don't have the aggressive Gouramis in the tank anymore, I've got a pair. Now I had 3 of them, but one of them just sort of never did well. It kind of just sort of withered and eventually died, and I was left with the 2, and I got lucky and one turned out to be male and one is female. And the male is just starting to look gorgeous. His breast is turning a nice orange color, his fins are starting to elongate, and then of course all the coloration, there he is right there, all the little pearly dots all over him are starting to brighten up and color up. And then of course the female is not exactly unattractive in her own right. Beautiful little fish. Absolutely loving these little Gouramis. And I also, they've been darting around here somewhere, I also recently got some Honey Gouramis, which I've never had before, and I've always kind of thought about, but never really made any attempt to get. I always kind of put them in the category of the dwarf Gouramis. They kind of needed to be in a tank by themselves because they're small and they weren't real aggressive, and so I wound up getting 2 in this tank. I thought they were Pearl Gouramis, that's what they were supposed to be when I purchased them, but the store clerk made a mistake and got me the wrong fish, and I now have 2 Honey Gouramis. And oh, here's one. That little teeny fish right there, excuse me, is my Honey Gourami, and it looks like I got a male and a female. This one is sort of staying kind of bland looking, but the other one is starting to take on a nice pretty reddish color. There it is down there in the bottom, starting to take on a nice pretty reddish color. So I'm really looking forward to watching those 2 mature and grow into their full coloration as they become active as they get older. Hopefully, we'll see. I've never had males and females mixed in a tank, so I've never really had Gouramis breeding. I've seen the behavior on videos before, but I've never actually seen that sort of wrapping around or bubble nesting behavior or anything like that. I'm assuming that the pearls pretty much behave similar to the 3 spots, which do the bubble nesting and all that kind of stuff. I'm assuming they're all that labyrinth fish or that anabantid fish, so they probably do the bubble nesting. But we'll see as time goes on. And I do have another smaller Moonlight Gourami in here. This one I know is female. Not sure about the other one. I'm pretty sure it's female, but you never know. As it grows, it might wind up being a male after all. But I'm pretty sure I've just got 2 of the female Moonlight Gouramis, so not really much hope for any kind of excitement there. And then of course I'm still happy to say that I've got a lot of neons still in this tank. I put a bunch in hopes that they would not get eaten by my striped Raphael, the fish we were waiting on in the beginning of this video, or at least I was hoping to see this fish in the beginning of the video. See, there's the Gourami that I'm assuming is the female. Very, very bland, almost a gray color. And then if we ever get to see that other one, we will see how much more colorful it is. Not exactly vibrant, you know, it doesn't look like, it's not red like a cherry barb, but it definitely has some color. There it is. It's making a little appearance down there next to that guppy. So you can see some reddish, sort of rusty color on it. And that's a good start for as young as they are. They're not going to get a whole lot bigger, but they will get bigger. I think the the Honey Gouramis get slightly larger than the dwarf Gouramis, which is not huge, but they'll be somewhere in between a dwarf Gourami and these pearls, I think. So we'll see how all that plays out. I don't know. Time will tell. So there you go, everybody. There's a look at the whole tank all in one shot. Make sure you're subscribed. That way you won't miss anything I got coming up. You never know what you're going to get with me. It's always something. Don't forget, this one is my 55-gallon Gourami tank. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see you real soon in the next one.